Ladies and gentlemen, we've been absent over the course of 1 week due to lack of stock, but we're back with another This Week Watches, episode 62. Who are we? Well, of course, Jasper Leifering from Amsterdam Vintage Watches and the whole watch-loving crew. Let's take a look at these 6 stainless steel wristwatches. Like every week, we're starting with the watch on my own wrist, which in this case is a 1979 Rolex Submariner 5513. And this year they already started producing the maxi dials with the bigger plots, and that is what you can see here on its original bezel, beautifully aged. The tritium turned into a very warm and lovely color, priced at €12,900. It is one of the more affordable maxi dials. And why? I have no fucking clue, because the watch is great. Pick it up, don't hesitate, because this watch will be in the spotlight during this week since it's on my wrist and I enjoy it so far, and probably somebody else will see this, pick it up, and you will be too late. However, these 6 watches will be available from this very Tuesday, and we're gonna start with an Omega Speedmaster. This caliber 861 powered Omega Speedmaster 145022 dates back to 1983. It's of course a classic watch, coming with the tritium dial and tritium hands. Furthermore, it's coming with a twist. Take a look at the mesh bracelet. Kinda cool, ain't it? Yes, it is. They produced these mesh bracelets also for Speedmasters during the course of the 70s and the 80s. This watch dating back to 1983, pairing very well with this mesh bracelet. The Speedmaster is priced at €4,900, and if you add 1,000 more, you can purchase yourself a Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso with a Grande case. Now, we showed you the Grande Taille in our last This Week's Watches episode, but there's one step higher in course of diameter. And we're talking about the Grande 976. This model is especially made for a larger gentleman or a very tough guy with a classic taste. The rectangular watch is of course one of the most important in its history, with the reversible case. And if you take a look at the backside, also known as the flip side, you can see the movement, which in this case is a beautifully finished manual wound movement. The watch was just recently serviced by Richemont, coming with the international guarantee as all of our Richemont watches, so also the Cartiers, etc. And with a new croc bracelet by Jaeger LeCoultre, and the folding clasp cannot miss. €5,900 for this contemporary but classic watch. Up next, some Rolex watches, and as you know, we tend to show you quite unique and special pieces in our This Week's Watches. However, in fact, in the shop we sell a lot of dates and Datejusts. So for a change, we entered one date and one Datejust in this week's drop, starting with a reference 15200, a Rolex date measuring 34mm with the 19mm lug width. So pairing it with an Oyster is a very logical decision, and it's coming with a beautiful blue dial. The reference 15200 of course has a quick set date function and the sapphire crystal, making it a very comfortable watch to wear on a daily basis, priced at €3,900. It's also affordable if you compare it to other blue dialed Rolex watches. The Rolex 16030 is a Datejust watch already equipped with a quick set date function. However, still the plexi crystal giving it that extra depth. However, the watch looks so contemporary due to its pale white dial. Pair that with an Oyster bracelet to accentuate the sporty look of a Rolex Datejust in 36mm, and you get this magnificent looking watch that is totally not like any other Datejust from the same era. Now, the 16030 of course is known for the discontinued bezel decoration, known as a steel engine turn bezel, and it looks great on this watch. It's priced at €4,200, so make up your mind. Purple rain, purple rain. A Rolex Submariner, reference 16803. Now, this is the very first Submariner executed in a bimetal combination. So we both got the stainless steel as well as the 18 karat yellow gold integrated in both the case as well as the Oyster bracelet with diver's extension. This watch is really an eye-catching piece due to its condition and the dial color. So the blue dial turned into a very appealing purple color, and I am falling in love with this watch. This is a perfect watch for any cool guy, but also can look wonderful on a lady. Due to the purple color, it gives it also a slightly feminine touch. A unique watch anyhow, and the watch is dating back to the mid-80s, priced at 7,500 euros. It's hard to beat this piece. Bam bam bam. Audemars Piguet brought a 5402 for the first time in 1974. This watch is still from the A-series, so the very first batch, having the AP logo at the bottom of the dial and the Audemars Piguet font at the top of the dial. A very beautiful dial combination, and we can only see in both the A-series as well as the C-series. This watch is the A-series, has a very stretch-free bracelet, the case looking perfect, and also coming with the original extract of the archives. 41,000 euro is the price, and we're gonna have a conversation in 2 years time. You're gonna have a look at this video and think, fuck me, 41k for an A-series? Yes, you missed out. It's time to wrap it up. We started with a watch under the 4k mark and ending it with 10 times its value, a Audemars Piguet 5402. I'm not gonna say that again because I already mentioned it like 3 times. In the middle, we had a classic Reverso. The Speedmaster was present. Also the Datejust, which is slightly bigger than the Date, 2 millimeters to be precise. And last but not least, the only watch that is featuring any gold accents is the 16803, with most importantly a very notable purple colored dial that will leave you speechless. I'm happy to bring you another drop, and thank you very much for your patience. We're trying to move fast so we can get nice pieces again in the store, but it's not as easy as selling watches. Thank you anyhow, and remember that the best day to buy a vintage watch is today.